I have some amazing news, guys.
Yeah!
Tell me!
Super Six are back. Super Six are back.
Six.
Yeah. They came back.
Yes.
Just like David Moyes at Everton.
And the Super Six rollover is back for February.
Right. Every Saturday throughout the month of February, Super Six are rolling over their £250,000 jackpot if it isn't won, meaning it could reach a whopping £1 million by the 22nd.
And that's actually been won before, by the way. That's actually been won before. So you could win it.
Yeah.
It was one on the show, actually, wasn't it, on the stream?
Maybe.
They won on the
By
stream.
me.
The
we're the
first
lucky
round
charm.
is open already, so head over to the Super Six app. You guys already know this by now, and get your predictions in. Make sure you are in our league as well. It's still around, guys. It's still
The code to join that is
around.
PTCH24.
And you don't want to leave the league like Ange will be leaving Tottenham.
Do we think
He's not going to be leaving.
Do we think he
He's
will?
not gonna
Honestly,
be
do we think he
leaving.
will?
No.
It's
They
getting a
just
bit bad now, though,
They
isn't
did just
it?
lose to Leicester.
No, but the problem
It's
is
it's a really
the
bad
problem
result.
is we're never in the meetings and he is.
Oh, sorry.
So
Yeah,
we
you're always
don't
in the
actually-
meetings, aren't you? So you know
If you
exactly what
think
goes
of-
on.
If you think about it, Ange must be like, I could have proper done without that.
No,
happening.
he
Could
could
have-
be like, I could have probably done with that.
Do you know what, though?
Like,
They
that's the
actually-
last thing he needed, realistically.
Do you know what was weird? They actually did an opposite. Like they played really well first half.
Yep.
And then was dog shit second half. Like,
I know-
dog poo.
I know that they actually.
He's
Leicester's keeper play well.
he's losing his head though, Ange's.
The,
Yeah, he keeps
the
shouting at
fans
the
the
fans.
fans are turning on him, and he's reacting to the fans. He's like,
Yeah.
Who said that? Who said that?
Oh, said that.
He it's almost like someone on this table called that something like this would happen.
You can't. You're not taking a win on that. It's,
You are
he has
joking.
a million injuries.
They are in the semi-final.
It's also
of the
like 2
Carabao Cup
years
with him.
later.
And
Yeah.
also last week,
You
we were-
sound like Rory trying to claim his Ireland shout was right.
I get the injury
Yeah.
thing; that is peak at the same time. But I just like they could get relegated.
No, they could. Well, in what world are they going to get relegated?
Do you
Oh,
actually
well, they
think
keep
that?
losing,
could,
really.
though.
They could do that.
You honestly think there's a chance?
I don't think they will, but they could, Tom, if you actually listen to what I'm saying, mate.
All right, but okay, then anyone could then.
Is
couldn't
the
they?
dilemma over if they just go through past Liverpool and then win
Yeah.
the Carabao Cup?
Yeah.
Well, not if they get relegated.
Oh yeah. Well,
If
we
they had
actually
relegation.
asked
On the
Spurs
stream.
fans.
Well, that
Yeah.
was both, though, wasn't it? I said,
Oh,
would
yeah,
you win the
Europe,
Europa
yeah.
and League Cup and go down? They said, yeah.
If they weren't in the cup
Really?
right now, he'd be gone. It's like I think they'll just stick
I
it
don't
out
know.
and
I
bank
don't
on winning
think
the
he would.
cup now.
But the fans are also turning on Levy now, aren't they?
They've always been
they're
against
paid
Levy.
for a
They've always
while,
been
haven't they?
against him.
Am
I
I
think.
wrong? Why? Because he has. I understand you haven't
because-
achieved the success you want, but you have been transformed
Yeah, but
under
they've also got
him.
like 10,
They
13
haven't.
injuries, and they're not buying anyone.
It's more, and it's
Yeah.
more. With I think again, I'm not a Spurs fan as much as you claim.
All right, mate.
I think it's more Levy's more bothered about the business and
Yeah, there's a
making money
ceiling for them,
instead
yeah.
of success.
Yeah.
He puts making money for obviously the club and himself above Spurs doing well, which is
mean,
an
the
issue.
positive is
Like, if you look at their
ideally-
signings, right? I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure how old the goalie is. Before this window, Solanke was like the first signing in like 10 that wasn't a teenager. That's
Really?
like, yeah, it's like, that's crazy.
What?
That can't be right.
No,
Honestly,
right?
Werner.
Madison?
no, that was before. These were
No.
before. Look at their latest
What?
signings.
No,
Like-
no. Werner came before Solanke, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, during that period, but Werner signed on loan like a year and a
What?
half ago, didn't he?
No.
He's like 19.
Yeah.
no, I'm saying that's
They-
not correct, surely.
Okay, I might have the numbers wrong, but most of their
Van
signings,
de Ven,
Bergval, players like that,
Zuma,
Archie Gray, Bergval, Saar, like
Older
they're-
Dougie.
Those are all good signings, though.
no, but it's not for right now, are they?
I understand the frustration that they have because they could do more of that, but they are in a fortunate position where Tottenham realistically will never drop outside the top 10. I know they have now, but like long term, they are very stable atop there, and they always will have the possibility of breaking top 4. So
'Cause they
that's
make a lot of money,
it's
mate.
not a
Not
terrible
right now,
place to
though.
be. It's just more the frustration I understand. There's probably like they're never going to proper go for it, and there's that kind of shackled.
But
a
yeah,
No,
little
but they
bit.
have got a manager now who proper wants to go for it, so why would they sack him?
I don't know why they're blaming him though. I don't like the fans getting on Ange. I don't think he's the problem.
But yeah, but because unfortunately, who do you blame? The
I just-
responsibility comes down on the manager.
No,
doesn't
yeah,
it?
because genuinely,
wanna get that stat
just
up, so I
to
don't know.
counteract what you've just said. If Eddie Howe, if Newcastle were playing badly over a period of time, you would be swayed towards blaming Eddie Howe, wouldn't you?
No, we had a bad period this season, not
never
as
did
bad, but we were in a bad place this season, and no point did I think how was the problem. I thought I had confidence that he'd find a solution. Obviously, if it's over like 2 seasons, then yeah, maybe. But this is like half a season. Yes, you're having a really bad patch. There's obvious reasons why with injuries, and I feel like booing Ange isn't going to really help anything.
Also,
is
at
there?
the same time,
15th.
their injuries are bad, right? But that team the weekend is more than good enough to beat Leicester at
Yeah,
home.
definitely.
for sure.
So
But he's going to get them in the final.
We can't overplay these injuries to the point where you're excusing Leicester at home.
Yeah.
That's shocking.
Lou, they are 8 points above relegation.
But they're a point above Everton, aren't they?
Tom, against
Yeah.
Leicester, their front six was Son,
And they
Richarlison,
have a game in hand.
Kulusevski, Sarr, Bentancur, and Bergvall.
That's more than good enough.
Pedro Porro.
That's why though I'm very confident that they'll be okay. Like I feel like their focus now they'll get dragged. They won't be dragged into relegation.
I
and they'll be in
agree.
the cup.
Well, I thought I agreed,
But you also
it keeps happening.
Yeah, the
Tom,
Leicester one he really
if-
didn't need.
If Everton, which they probably will, beat Leicester, they go above Tottenham, and
Yep.
Spurs are down to 16th.
Yeah.
That's like unforgivable. No matter how much you believe in the manager and the project and this and that, with the players they have available, that Tottenham Hotspur should not be 16th.
We're beyond halfway through the season. They're 8 points off relegation.
He was also going. I
8
couldn't
points.
have asked for more from the players after that. And I was like, you fucking should, mate. You lost 2-1 to Leicester.
He just doesn't want to throw him under the bus publicly, does he?
He does get a bit defensive with the.
He's losing his head lately.
losing his head.
He's losing his
Like,
head.
that's the 15th.
Yeah.
Quite
angry, man.
sarky, isn't he?
Yeah, it's almost losing its Australian charm a little bit.
A little bit.
Nah, he still has it.
No, he doesn't.
I like him still.
Do you?
Yeah, he's Australian.
I do like him.
You like him, but he can come across a bit of a knob in interviews.
Do you know what though? I
He is
think
losing his
journalists
head.
are knobheads sometimes. So fuck
Yeah, that's
him.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that-
write
yeah.
shit about him every week, and he says, "Oh, that's not very polite." And all of a sudden, he's getting fucking podcast clips saying how he's being rude. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's us.
Imagine coming after a match and you're being interrogated every time, being told how shit you are.
Did you just become
Obviously,
self-aware?
Yeah, but in fairness, the reporters aren't like digging him out. They're just
But you will
asking him
naturally
what's
be
going wrong.
You will
and-
be defensive. I feel like you
But
should be
the whole
shocked
point.
if
That's
a
why they
manager
get paid
angry.
so much money to be in these positions.
Exactly,
Of
you've got to be
power.
able to deal
You
with
need to
that.
Deal with it.
He is. He's by having a little smarky remark. Fucking more to him.
Mm.
I like a
He
bit.
doesn't,
I-
yeah, but he just doesn't come across well, does he? When he's like that,
yeah, but
because he's all
Interesting the
he-
stance you take on this and when Arteta has smart.
yeah.
don't get me
say
wrong. No,
he's an
I love
awful
watching
human
it from
being.
far. I don't want my manager doing that, but I love watching other managers do it.
Oh, right. Okay, fair enough. That makes
Like
no
I
sense.
love watching Arteta cry. It's entertaining.
But you don't know. You always have a go at him when he makes
Yeah, because it
comments
gives
like
you
that.
something to shout at.
Yeah, but without Ange, you're not.
Yeah, because I like Ange. That's the difference. He's Australian. I like him.
Oh,
Oh, so you hate
yeah.
Spanish people?
I hate Arteta because he's a little baby who gets spanked by Newcastle the last 3 times in a row. Wait.
Not really relevant though, is it?
What a
He came up.
What?
You're
That's
such a
I don't
weird-
like Arteta. I
not
like
even
Ange,
true.
so I
You're
look at them
weird,
differently.
weird.
All right.
very
Yeah.
odd.
Yeah.
But do you think Spurs make the top 12?
yeah.
Probably, yeah. There's
See,
15 games left.
They
isn't
definitely
there?
don't finish top half of the table.
Who did
I'm
they
not
sign?
even joking. If you look at the table,
I don't know. I
I'm
need
not
to
even
look.
joking, right?
have a look.
So current top 10, obviously
No, no.
Liverpool, Arsenal, Forest City, Newcastle, Chelsea, Bournemouth, Villa, Brighton, Fulham. Then you got Brentford, Man United to 12.
They're 9 points back, aren't they?
They're not finishing above 12, mate.
I don't know. I think they'll finish above 12.
But
I think they'll finish above. I think
Tom.
no. I think they'll finish above Brentford.
Tom, even to Fulham, who are in 10th, right? They are 6 plus 9 points behind.
Yeah,
And then if we look at the difference between Liverpool and Arsenal,
They're going to
6 points.
struggle to finish in the top 10, big time.
Who did they sign? If you're them now, and who'd you go for that's realistic, who can fix
I think
their
they need a
issue?
holding mid, but
Yeah,
I don't. I
that's
couldn't. They could do with a whole, and they need another centre half for sure. Maybe
That's
another
what
left
Spurs
back.
fans are angry, though. They're not buying anyone. But
Yeah.
the-
Yeah.
Well, the
the
purchases
keeper-
they made.
It's
It's
20th of
decent.
January, and
Keeper
they
looks all right,
fucked.
though.
Yeah,
The thing is, they're going to get priced out now because everyone knows they're desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the names off the top of my head. It would the
Well,
answer.
is anyone
but,
who they can steal from like a Wolves or someone who's doing shit who will jump ship?
You would say like the Forest players, but they're not going to go Spurs. They're going to win. They're about to get Champions League football.
Go all out for Gahey.
Gay's going to cost like 80 million.
Get just Gahey.
Yeah, but then when Van der Ven and Romero are back, then what?
But
Play
you
five
say
at the
that,
back,
but then
bring
when
back
Newcastle,
Conte.
when you were saying Newcastle shouldn't go to 80 million. Why should Spurs?
Because they're fucking in the relegation battle.
I think it's very contextualised as well. If they get to the Carabao Cup final past Liverpool,
I don't think they will.
I think Liverpool absolutely
no,
destroy their anuses.
I totally agree, but it'd be very Spurs to.
I think
be
they've
in
got
this
a better
crisis
chance
and
of winning
then
the Europa League, to be honest. But
Could do both. Not saying they
I
will.
don't think they'll be. I don't think they'll get past
They might
Liverpool.
be able to do it. What? They 1-0, 2-0 up.
1-0 up.
1-0.
There's no way.
At Anfield.
They give that away in 5
No
minutes.
way.
Don't they?
I reckon they're 3-0 down by half time.
5 minutes, the goal down, and
Quote
Ange
me on it.
sacked.
There is no way Spurs don't concede 2 goals in that game.
First half.
And I can't see them scoring 2 past Liverpool.
What do they do? Just park the bus from the off?
No, they won't though.
That's not their.
He's
No.
got
is
to
it? So they
do
don't
it this
know how to
one.
I don't know.
time.
I don't. That's also a bit of a myth.
The last couple of weeks they've changed their style.
They have this is a whole myth about Ange that he's naive and he has in a lot of games. No, not I'm not about you two specifically. Although you have definitely said that.
He's a bit naive sometimes.
He can be, but like what was the game the other week? The Everton game. He wasn't telling them to just pass the ball to a blue shirt. Like he'll have a set way of playing, sure, but then in other games, Arsenal they sat 2 banks of 4. They sat deep against you at the Emirates, and they got peppered. But then they got the goal on the break, and then in fairness, Arsenal deserved to win the game. But so they do change up their style based on who they play. But sometimes I just think the players they're young though. That's what I'm saying about all the signings. I don't know where I got 10 from. It's not 10, but
It's like having
they
Saliba
signed
and
like
Gabriel
they signed
out.
like Odegaard, Bergval, who was the other one? Bergval,
Archie Gray.
Archie Gray, Sarr. So like they've gone for like young teenagers, other than Solanke. So, and also the way they play, they need more signings.
High energy.
Because Van der Ven can't fucking stay fit because he's sprinting everywhere,
So
pulling his hamstring.
Yeah, it's bad.
And I was listening to TalkSport the other day, and they was on about he had a lot of injuries at Celtic. That's why he had such a big squad because of the way they play. He wants to play the high line, the high press. It's intense. It's hard to maintain that without injuries.
Yep.
It's a tough ask over the next few weeks, but yeah, I don't think it's going to end up being.
Do you not think that's a little bit?
We didn't have a bet this year, did we, about Spurs and Arsenal?
Probably
No,
not, but I
we
think
didn't.
we'd win it no matter what.
That's slightly kamikaze football though. To know that it's a recurring issue in your style of play that causes injuries. It's
like-
not
it's like
necessarily
Leeds
just
under,
injury-prone players.
No,
Bielsa,
but then
though, isn't
but
it?
at Celtic it worked because he managed to. He got the squad he wanted.
Yeah, of course.
I don't
That's
think he's been
that's what
given
I'm
the
saying,
squad
but
he wants.
But it gets to a degree where it's like, realistically, if these are my tactics and this is how I play, then what?
You remember Leeds under Bielsa, like when it came to like January, February, the players were just shattered and they dropped off.
Yeah, I know, but
That's
that's
happening already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, in terms of how we want Spurs to perform and play, it makes no sense to try and play these players because they're not resilient enough.
Especially when you've got
Right.
so many injuries already.
That's what I mean.
Like less
He's
replacement.
not playing. He's not playing it as intense at the minute though. With the squad he's got, he's not. If you watch them, they're not.
Too little, too late, though. Do you know what I mean?
But then they're losing games because they're
about to be
not
16th in the
they're not
Premier
good
League
enough at
table.
doing
Yeah.
the tactics he
Do you know,
wants to do.
that's unacceptable
They're going down.
with the Wigan. Also, guys, don't forget, with Super 6 and in our league, you'll be able to compete against us in our mini league. And what is the code, Tom?
The code is PTCH24.
And whoever tops the leaderboard, you guessed it, what do they win?
£100 classic football shirt.
Every single week. It's as simple as ever. Head over to the app, predict your 6 scores, get them right, and you could win the jackpot.